All right, so hey there, Casey. I hear we're talking about some more cousin fucking today.
We are. There's all kinds of cousin fucking in the Bible.
Yeah, I know, but I'm kind of surprised that we're going back at what like we got Lot who got drunk and was fucking his daughters. Well, his daughters raped him, and I'm wondering at what point is the interracial stuff like bad? I mean, because it seems like God's like, go and fuck your cousin, and so I don't get why cousin fucking is bad now.
Well, it's not God that is saying go fuck your cousin. It's the people that are saying like, here are the people you need to go marry. Go to this person's house, and they're usually so and so the parent's brother, brother or sister, and it's like go and find a wife there because these are good people. So like you have to understand that there are good people and there are bad people. The Canaanites.
There are good people, and then there's people that fuck their cousins, and that's everybody in the Bible.
Well, so, there's the good people are the people of Abraham, right? So anybody descended from Abraham, essentially. The bad people are the Canaanites, which, if you remember, that's from before.
Yeah.
And so the Canaanites, the Hittites, those people, they're heathen people. And so they don't want their sons to marry heathen people. They want their sons to marry people of Abraham. Well, the people of Abraham, they're descended from the people of Abraham. Isaac is Abraham's son. So,
All right.
yeah.
All right. Well, let's get on with the cousin fucking, I guess.
Okay.
Yeehaw! Well, hello, heathens. How is everybody doing today? How you doing there, Casey?
Hi, y'all. I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we're not starting off like just going in raw with the cousin fucking.
No.
We start off a little softer. We got to warm it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
We gotta get lubed first.
Okay.
So this is ridiculous. Why?
It's the Bible. It always talks about sex. I don't know why we gotta. I don't know why you gotta have a problem now about it.
I mean, I didn't say I have a problem. I'm just saying. So no, we're gonna start out with talking about Jacob and Esau, who, if you remember back, those are Isaac's twin boys, right? So Esau is the one that came out red and hairy, and Jacob is the deceiver.
Right. The ginger and then the Trump. Got it.
Well, so it's interesting because there are a lot of where there are parallels here between with Jacob and Esau to Cain and Abel, which centuries before.
Okay.
And some of the difficulties and the dissension between the brothers is kind of repeated. We see repetition in the Bible a lot.
Well, yeah, and also you got Ishmael. He's pretty pissed off at pretty much everybody he's related with too. So it seems like unless you're fucking the cousin, you're pretty much pissed at the rest of your family in the Bible so far.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're different than they are, if you feel different, or if if you marry the wrong person, or you hang out with the wrong people, or you just
don't fuck the right cousin.
If you don't fuck the right cousin, yeah, you're all fucked. Plus, there are people that are even descendants of Abraham, the good people that have been cast away. I mean, Ishmael is Abraham's son too.
Well, I mean, he's a bastard son. I mean, who counts those fuckers at family reunion?
He's still a full-blood son of Abraham. Just because he's not Sarah and Abraham's, he's still Abraham's son.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the strength of of the Abraham sperm. Anyways,
okay, so Esau, when he was 40 years old, we don't really get a lot of backstory about their childhood. We don't get a whole lot there. But when Esau was 40, FYI, we're starting out in halfway into, towards the end of Genesis 26 and then going right into Genesis 27 here, okay? So at the very end of Genesis 26, Esau's 40 and he marries two women. And he marries Judith, the daughter of Beeri the Hittite, and Besemeth, daughter of Elon the Hittite. So he marries two Hittite daughters.
Wait, so Barry and Elon?
Beeri
Barry?
Beery.
Barry.
Beery.
Like Bernard. Barry.
Beer. This is a woman.
Oh.
Beeri.
So like a berry on a tree.
No.
Did they just get rid? Like, did they not have like? When are we gonna get to the Laquandas in this?
What?
You know, like the actual like creative names. Jacob the Deceiver, and then Esau. That one's kind of creative. What we need right now is a Laquanda in there.
Well, we have a besemeth. Besemeth. Basemath.
I don't know. Let's go back to the berries.
Beery.
Right. Stop ruining my name game.
Okay.
So Barry and Elon Musk are doing what?
No, she was the daughter of Elon, not Beery. Besemeth.
The daughter of Elon Musk?
No.
That's got to be a rich motherfucker.
Because these two women were Hittites, and which were Canaanites, all right, this was a source of contention between Esau and Rebecca, specifically Rebecca, his mother.
You mean they couldn't just fuck it out?
Who?
The mother and the son.
No,
What?
because that's strictly prohibited, remember?
When?
Always. Mother-son fucking has always been strictly prohibited.
Who do you think fucked Eve?
Well, besides that, that was fine.
That was different, okay? That was before the flood. It's totally different after the flood.
Totally different. That was in ancient times and ancient peoples. And when you start with like legit two people, you got to fuck somebody to get more people. So, you know.
Yeah, you got to go Chihuahua style.
What?
Chihuahuas. When you breed Chihuahuas and you have purebred Chihuahuas, you have the fathers fuck the daughters and the sons fuck the mothers.
Oh, is that why Chihuahuas are so retarded? Oh my God, I used the R word. People are going to get real pissed.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to do it in a certain way so that, you know, they don't come out like looking in different directions. but I always, whenever I think about like the Bible and incest and how they repopulate the world, I always think of like Chihuahuas, because like that's one way to have some kind of diversity. Because like if you have like brothers and sisters fucking, and then cousins fucking all the time, I think that you'd have a higher probability of having a kid born with like a third nipple or something. And but having like fathers fuck the daughters and whatnot, I think that I don't know, it seems to work with Chihuahuas, so why not work with humans?
Because Chihuahuas are they're dumbass dogs. Isaac, we're starting out with Genesis chapter 27 now. Isaac is getting up there in age. He's old and blind as a motherfucker. Can't see shit. All right.
Right.
He knows his days are numbered. I mean, everybody's are, but he doesn't have very many numbers left.
Right.
So, he calls for Esau and he tells him, my son, I'm an old man and I don't know the day of my death. Now then, go get your weapons, your quiver and bow, and go out to the open country to hunt some wild game for me. Prepare me the kind of tasty food I like and bring it to me to eat so that I may give you a blessing before I die. So in order for the father to give his son a blessing before he dies, he's like, you got to go make me some food.
Did he just tell Esau, go make me a sandwich and then I'll bless you? It just seems like an arbitrary thing to like require of him.
I know. Go kill me some wild game and cook me some food that I like, and then I will bless you. What? Couldn't you just tell your fucking wife, go make me a sandwich? I mean, isn't that what she's for?
But then you get Esau over there. He's on his phone like, you know what, Daddy? Why can't you fucking do this shit? Huh? Fuck you, motherfucker. I guess I'll do it. God damn it. I need that blessing.
Why don't you order a sandwich from Grub South? They deliver, but not on Sundays because Jesus. Okay, we're really like off kilter tonight, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Rebecca hears Isaac tell Esau what to do, to go kill him some wild game and make him some food so he can give him a blessing. And Rebecca doesn't really like Esau. And so
no, I'm just thinking about her listening, and I was like, "Oh fuck, Esau! God damn it!"
Well, and if you remember in the last week, we talked about how Jacob stole Esau's birthright. By deceiving him. He's like, "Here, Esau was dying, and give me some lentil soup." And he says, "Okay, I'll give you the soup if you give me your birthright." And Esau's like, "Fine, motherfucker, I'm gonna die. I don't care. Give me your soup." So remember, he tricked him into that. So
what does the blessing do? Like, if he's already given up his birthright, like, is it kind of like you got to have the birthright and the blessing in order to get the grand prize at the end?
No, the birthright. Okay. Birthright is like so his birthright is his father's possessions.
Okay.
And anything that the father owns, then the son that has the birthright will own, and all of the siblings will serve that son.
Okay.
Okay, so that's different than the blessing. Okay. Sort of.
What is
there's some overlap. We're going to actually get to the blessing.
Okay, so to explain, I didn't know if maybe the blessing was this arbitrary thing that they are like, it's important, trust me. If you got to get that blessing or else you're fucked.
Well, so it's God's blessing. So the birthright is your earthly possessions. The blessing is God's blessing on you as a person. This is God's.
And only Isaac can do that.
Well, yeah, because Abraham gave God's blessing to Isaac, and Isaac is giving God's blessing to his son.
Oh, okay. I mean, what if someone accidentally sneezed and he was like, "Bless you"? Fuck.
I don't really know the answer to that question. I wasn't here when this happened. Not even assuming this shit did not happen. So I wasn't there. But anyways, so Rebecca and Jacob conspire to steal Esau's blessing, right? Okay. So Rebecca tells Jacob, "Look, I overheard your father say to your brother Esau, bring me some game and prepare me some tasty food to eat so that I may give you my blessing in the presence of the Lord before I die. Now, my son, listen carefully and do what I tell you. Go out to the flock and bring me 2 choice young goats so I may prepare some tasty food for your father just the way he likes it. Then take it to your father to eat so he may give you his blessing before he dies." Jacob said to Rebekah his mother, "But my brother Esau is a hairy man. I'm a man with smooth skin. What if my father touches me? I would appear to be tricking him, and it would bring down a curse on myself rather than a blessing."
Ah, you see, it's like that black guy thinking meme. Like, aha, You didn't think about this, did you, bitch?
So Jacob, he's not really buying it too much just yet. His mother said to him, "My son, let the curse fall on me. Just do what I say and go get them for me." So he went and got the goats and brought them to his mother. She prepared some tasty food just the way his father liked it.
I just imagine it's like, "Don't worry, your father will punish me later."
Ew. So when he's talking about a curse, he means a curse from God.
Okay. God'll curse me later, and it'll be okay, son. I promise. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it.
She prepared it, and then Rebecca took the best clothes of Esau, her older son, and put them on Jacob, so Jacob would smell like Esau. All right, and she also covered his hands and the smooth part of his neck with the goat skins that she just, used to make food with. And she handed her son the tasty food and the bread she'd made and said, "Hey, go to your dad. You're ready."
Did she just like Leatherface Wild Bill this kid?
Yes.
God damn. It's like
he's not a kid. He's not a kid. He's like 40-ish, older, probably older than 40.
Okay, well, this guy, she just Leatherface this guy. Like, yes. Here, I've crafted this mask out of the skin of my victims.
Yes. That's exactly what she did. She is a shady bitch. Well, so here's another interesting thing. This is another instance in the Bible of a woman being a deceiver and a woman doing something shady as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And the women in the
Okay,
Bible,
so yeah, just let's. Oh, I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
the women in the Bible, they're not really. What's it called in like reality shows? They're given the evil cut,
Yeah.
in the Bible.
Well, I was just gonna say, let's get a rundown. First, you've got the first woman, Eve, who was convinced by the trouser snake to eat the apple, and then we've got Sarah, who made a raw deal and then blamed everybody else for it.
Yeah. Well, she also deceived the Pharaoh and the other people.
Yeah,
She's the sister.
Pharaoh, Abimelech.
She's Abraham's sister.
Right. And then who was next? I don't think Becky did anything. This is Becky.
Oh
yeah, this is Becky. So now we got Becky, who's a deceiving little deceiver bitch.
Yeah.
God, well, when people say that the Bible is very feminist or pro-woman, I have to wonder, because it's like every prominent woman so far has been some kind of grade A cunt.
Yeah, and it's interesting because there are very few prominent female figures in the Bible. There are very few of them.
And they're all bitches.
Yeah, they're typically terrible fucking people. And the men are always made out, not all the men, but the most prominent male figures in the Bible are made out to be holier than thou, the ones with God's blessings.
Right, holier than thou, and also victims.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're victims of their horrible, horrible Jewish wives. Goddamn Jews.
Jew wives, they have the guilt trip thing, like the Italian mothers. Holy shit! Don't fuck up with an Italian mother. Just saying. So Jacob, anyway, he goes to his father and he says, "My father." "Yes, my son," he answered. "Who is it?" Jacob said to his father, "I am Esau, your firstborn. I have done as you told me. Please sit up and eat some of my game so that you may give me your blessing." Isaac asked his son, "How did you find it so quickly, my son?" "The Lord your God gave me success," he replied. So I'm sorry, I have to stop and have a sidebar here. Jacob told Isaac the Lord blessed him and he got the game quickly, gave him success. So he used the Lord to deceive Isaac. Don't you think that would piss God off?
I mean, you would think so, but I mean, maybe he's just writing this off as, he'll die eventually.
It doesn't everybody.
well, yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. You put it off, and you're like, he'll get his comeuppance sometime.
But isn't God supposed to be the one giving the comeuppance?
Well, yeah. I mean, he's eventually gonna have to make a decision either to flip that switch and send his ass to hell or not.
Oh, okay.
He's just putting it off to the very last minute.
Okay. So Isaac said to Jacob, "Come near me so I can touch you, my son, to know whether or not you really are my son Esau."
Wouldn't you think that like maybe God would appear? Because God has appeared before.
Yes.
To I believe it was Abraham.
Mm-hmm.
God has appeared before. Don't you think he'd appear like in maybe like Snoop Dogg fashion, and be like, "What the fuck up in this shizzle?"
So Jacob went close to his father Isaac, who touched him and said, "The voice is the voice of Jacob, but the hands are the hands of Esau." He did not recognize him, for his hands were hairy like those of his brother Esau. So he blessed him. "Are you really my son, Esau?" he asked. "I am," replied Jacob. Then he said, "My son, bring me some of your game to eat so that I may give you my blessing." Jacob brought him the food and he ate. He brought him some wine and he drank. So
basically got him drunk, and he was like, listen, Esau, I love you, son. God blesses you, my son. Now get out of here while Daddy passes out.
I don't think that's how it happened. I'm going to tell you how it happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
mine's more interesting though.
Yeah. Drunk people always are interesting. He didn't get drunk.
Oh, okay.
He just had some wine. They drank wine. Remember, like people say in biblical times, they drank wine instead of water because water wasn't sanitary.
Yeah. You know, they actually had to water down the wine.
With water that wasn't sanitary.
Probably.
Why?
But it's because the way that they made wine, it was really viscous.
Yeah.
It was really thick, and so what they did was they watered it down so that it would thin it out, so that it would be more or less like a drink instead of like gel.
Sludge.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Yeah.
Ugh. All right. So then his father Isaac said to him, "Come here, my son, and kiss me." So your was pretty much right on track.
Son.
This is really disturbing. Please stop. So he went to him and kissed him. When Isaac caught the smell of his clothes, smart thinking on Rebecca's, front there, he blessed him and said, "Ah, the smell of my son is like the smell of a field."
Whoa, you got to be a bit more specific about the field there, Isaac.
I'm working on it.
Oh, okay.
Is like the smell of a field that the Lord has blessed.
Okay, that doesn't give me any kind of... Because there's different fields. Like, you could smell like a wheat field. That'd be okay. But if you smell like a field that has had cows in it and shit, that could smell a little bit different.
I don't think it matters, does it? The Lord's blessed it. Maybe it's blessed it with fucking cow turds. I don't know. What are those called? Patty cakes?
Can you imagine? It's like, oh, my son, I smell you. You are blessed by the Lord. And then all of a sudden, just cow shit starts raining down on him. And he's like, I don't want it. I don't want it. Get it away, Daddy. Get it.
Ew, man, come on. Sometimes you're so gross.
It makes it interesting, though. Anyways, go ahead.
May God give you of heaven's dew and earth's richness, an abundance of grain and new wine. May nations serve you and people bow down to you. Be Lord over your brothers, and may the sons of your mother bow down to you. May those who curse you be cursed, and those who bless you be blessed. So there's the blessing.
Okay. I wonder if he felt different after it. I mean, I don't know what it feels like to be blessed by God, because that shit just doesn't happen anymore. But
Anymore?
Well, no, not anymore. Regardless of objectively whether it was
Don't you mean irregardless?
Yes, I mean irregardless. It's a fucking word.
Sorry, I didn't mean to open that can of worms. What were you saying?
Well, it just I mean, it just doesn't seem like this kind of shit happens anymore. I don't know.
It never happened before. My point is, it has never ever happened.
Except in the storybook.
Right. But Quidditch has never happened either.
Good point there. Continue, please.
Okay. So after Isaac finished blessing Jacob, who he thought was Esau, Jacob had scarcely left his father's presence. His brother Esau came in from hunting. He too prepared some tasty food and brought it to his father. Then he said to him, "My father, sit up and come eat some of my game so that you may give me your blessing." His father Isaac asked him, "Who are you?" The fuck? He says, "I am your son, your firstborn Esau." Isaac trembled violently. And there's that stroke you were talking about. and he said, "Who was it then that hunted game and brought it to me? I ate it just before you came and I blessed him, and he indeed will be blessed." When Esau heard his father's words, he burst out with a loud and bitter cry and said to his father, "Bless me too, my father."
He's like, "I'm all out of blessings. I mean, I had one shot."
Yeah.
That was it. I had one shot. I'm sorry, son. You're fucked.
But he said, "Your brother came deceitfully and took your blessing." Esau said, "Isn't he rightly named Jacob? because if you remember last time, Jacob means deceiver. He has deceived me these 2 times. He took my birthright, and now he has taken my blessing. So Esau was pretty pissed.
Yeah, Esau sounds like he's about to shoot up a high school.
Yeah, so he says, haven't you reserved any blessing for me?
Well, reserved. I had one blessing, motherfucker. What do you think this is?
Well, and Isaac thought he was blessing Esau, so why would he save a blessing for Jacob? Because
do I look like the Walmart of blessings, motherfucker? Everyday low prices, only one in stock, though.
Is that how that works at Walmart?
I don't know. I've never worked at Walmart.
I just try not to go to Walmart. So Isaac answered Esau, I have made him lord over you and have made all his relatives his servants, and I have sustained him with grain and new wine. So what can I possibly do for you, my son?
Hold on. You guys can't see the notes that she has, but she's got Esau is pissed. But then right after that, it's whiny bitch.
well, like, okay, so I underline the things I kind of want to highlight because I don't want to just sit here and read it all, right? Mm-hmm. Even though I have kind of read a bit this time because it, helps follow the story. But yeah, I mean, doesn't that sound like a whiny bitch thing? Haven't you reserved any blessing for me? Like he's bless me now, bless me. Like, I don't know. He just seems like okay, so I'm an only child. I didn't grow up with siblings. I didn't have any cousins my age. The next oldest was 13 years older. The next youngest was 9 years younger. So, I didn't really have to share anything. I got everything. That makes me sound like a, spoiled rotten bitch. But the point is, I don't really know what it's like to argue over things. These guys are twins. So he's like, bless me now, bless me. I don't know. It just seems like I don't know. It's never something I've really experienced personally. But
you also have to keep in mind these people are like 40 years old.
Right. But it sounds whiny as fuck, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I mean, it's like, grow up and like make something of your life. Like, so what your father, so what you didn't get your inheritance. Go fucking make your own, Like, yeah. I don't know, earn your shit. So Esau said to his father, do you only have one blessing, my father? Bless me too, my father. Then Esau wept aloud. Hence whiny bitch. Right?
Yes, it's definitely fucking. It reminds me of the one Hercules clip that's a meme. Mm-hmm. Kevin Sorbo, he played Hercules, and in the script it said disappointed. And it just feels like that. It's like he screams aloud, or he wept aloud. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, yeah. Weeping aloud.
Well, yeah. So I mean, he's obviously very upset. So listen to this fucking response from Isaac. You would think that Isaac would be pissed at Jacob, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know. It seems like there would be like take backsies or something, right? But no, there's no take backsies. So Isaac says to Esau, your dwelling will be away from the earth's richness, away from the dew of the heaven above. You will live by the sword and you will serve your brother. But when you grow restless, you will throw his yoke from off your neck.
Throw his yoke from is like Esau gonna like do like kind of a pearl necklace on him and he's just gonna wipe it off?
No. That's like, so when you grow restless, when you're tired of being his slave, essentially, when you're tired of bowing down to him, you will basically break your shackles. Esau held a grudge against Jacob because of the blessing his father had given him. He said to himself, the days of mourning for my father are near. Then I will kill my brother Jacob. So he says, when Isaac kicks it, I'm going to kill him. Right?
Yeah, see, I told you. It sounds like a guy that's going to shoot up his workplace.
Or his home place.
Either one.
So
In this respect, it's like apples and apples.
okay. Rebecca somehow was told what Esau had said about killing Jacob once Isaac died. But if we just go back one verse here, it says, Esau said to himself. So I don't know who fucking told Rebecca. Maybe one of Esau's other personalities. I'm not really sure. Somebody told Rebecca that Esau was planning to kill Jacob after Isaac died.
Why bring logic into this now? I'm just curious.
That's what we're here for.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't know. Maybe she's psychic.
No, it says somebody told her. When Rebecca was told what her older son Esau had said. So somebody must have heard him. I don't know, even though he was talking to himself. Is he one of those street corner people?
I don't know. Well, it was probably God. He's
but
like,
if
hey,
God told her,
Esau's gonna kill fucking Jacob, and I mean, I've got this whole narrative thing that's going on with Jacob. So you.
But if God told her, it would have said that.
Okay, true. Maybe it was a servant. Maybe the telling him or thinking to himself or whatnot include like, thinking out loud, like, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker, and then the servant was like,
he thought it. It said he said it to himself. So he said it out loud. A servant. That's a good. We'll go with that. So a servant, we're gonna say, told Rebecca. We might as well interject our own shit in here because that's what everybody else did when it was getting written. Rebecca got scared, so she sent for Jacob and told him that he had to leave to protect himself. Right. So he said, "Flee at once to my brother Laban." In Haran.
So, like, what good is God's blessing if God's not going to protect you? Like, it seems like if you got God's blessing, you would be, like, invincible almost. I got God's blessing. That is the very best personal armor that you can buy.
That's not what that means. It's not. He doesn't become fucking Iron Man.
You don't know.
I do.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
Gotta fuck with my shit. Just go on.
Okay. So, she says, flee to Haran, stay with him until your brother's fury subsides, and basically he is no longer angry and forgets what you did to him. Like he's gonna fucking forget.
Who would forget that shit? Oh yeah, I remember that time. Didn't you do something to fuck me over royally?
Twice.
Yeah, twice. I remember it kind of, it's water under the bridge.
So she says, after he forgets, I will send for you. And you can come home.
So basically never coming home. You just see it now. It's like, Esau, have you thought about your brother lately? Oh, you just mean practicing killing him, ripping his head off, and, putting a skewer through it, eating it alive?
Yeah, I guess. You think of weird things.
Yep.
Okay.
The Bible is weird.
It is.
Go ahead, though.
Rebecca tells Isaac, I'm disgusted with living because of these Hittite women. If Jacob takes a wife from among the women of this land, from Hittite women like these, the women they live around, and Esau's wives, my life will not be worth living. So Isaac called for Jacob and blessed him again, apparently, but he can't bless Esau at all. I don't know what the deal is with that. And commanded him, do not marry a Canaanite woman. Go at once to Patron. Go at once to Patron Aram, which is northwestern Mesopotamia, to the house of your mother's father Bethuel. Take a wife for yourself there among the daughters of Laban, your mother's brother. Cousin fucking.
Nice.
Yeah. May God Almighty bless you and make you fruitful and increase your numbers until you become a community of peoples. May he give you and your descendants the blessings given to Abraham, so that you may take possession of the land where you now live as an alien, the land God gave to Abraham. Then Isaac sent Jacob on his way. He went to Paddan Aram, to Laban, son of Bethuel, and the brother of Rebekah, who was the mother of Jacob and Esau. Because we have to be reminded constantly who everybody is, because all these names are fucked. Even though
Well,
they made up these names. Even they made up these names.
Yeah.
It's not like these were names of real people. They could have used better names.
Well, yeah, they could have, but it also speaks to the oral nature of all of this, because like a lot of this stuff wasn't written down at first. Like it's not like
Right.
they wrote shit down first.
Right.
They passed it along orally. So the repetitive nature of it is kind of like a tool to memorize like the story.
Well, that's true. So people can remember who. And I mean, like we recap who people are because it's kind of hard to remember.
Yeah, mainly the women because they're all bitches.
Okay. So Esau learns that Isaac had blessed Jacob again.
I would be so pissed. I asked that motherfucker if he had another one in the chamber. He said no. Fuck all you guys.
And sent him away to take a wife. He apparently did not know how Isaac felt about the fact that he was married to 2 Canaanite women, Hittites. He apparently did not realize how displeasing that was to his father. So he went to Ishmael.
Do you honestly think that he didn't know that it disappointed him? We're talking about 2 Jewish parents here.
Well, he knew how Rebecca felt about it, but apparently he did not realize how displeased his father was about it.
Well, I get him being like, "Oh, fuck off, Becky, Becky, go back to lot 24, Becky, fuck you." Like I can see him having that kind of opinion about his mom. But like his dad, I'm sure there was some kind of dinner conversation, even though he's blind as a fucking like walrus.
Are walruses blind?
I don't know. Pick something that's blind. Blind as a mole rat or something. I don't know.
Bats?
Well, no, bats really aren't all that blind. They have like echolocation and shit.
But their eyeballs can't see. They know what's around because they can fucking hear. That's kind of what echolocation is, John.
I know that.
Bats can't see. There is actually a saying, blind as a bat. Ever heard it?
Well, yeah, but I believe that's a misnomer.
I don't think it is. Google. Update. Bats aren't blind.
Who was right?
I don't know. We'll probably have to, listen to it back. And I can edit it to make it seem like you were wrong. Yeah. That's a lie because I can't use the editing software at all. Esau goes to Ishmael. You remember who Ishmael is?
Yes, Ishmael is the bastard son of Abraham, who apparently has a problem with every fucking body.
He does, but who is Ishmael in relation to Isaac?
Brothers.
They're brothers. They're both Abraham's sons.
Oh, they're brothers. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So Esau goes to Ishmael, who's his uncle, and takes one of his daughters as a wife. More just cousin fucking.
Well, I mean, does he just go in and is like, all right, I'm looking through A through G over here. I want this one.
Well, so here's what it says. This is Genesis chapter 28. It says, he went to Ishmael and married Mahalath, the sister of Nebaioth and the daughter of Ishmael, son of Abraham, in addition to the wives he already had. So I don't really know. It doesn't really give us any details about what happens.
Them, like his pre-existing wives, do they get downgraded to like concubines?
No. They're all wives, sister wives.
Is this
cousin wives?
Marriage?
This is biblical marriage.
Yeah, but I thought that was just another name for traditional.
I don't know. You'll have to ask religious people because I'm not as fucking dumb as they are. Maybe they can explain stupidity to you. So Jacob leaves Beersheba, which is where they all live, and set out for Haran because that's, where Isaac and Rebecca sent him. When he reached a certain place, whatever the fuck that means, he stopped for the night because the sun had set. Taking one of the stones there, he put it under his head and lay down to sleep.
That's going to have a crick in his neck in the morning.
Right? Why would you put a stone? I mean, don't you have like a sweater? Or
I
like,
don't know. It's got me like shaking, doing my head, trying to. I don't know. I feel like. Anyways,
anyways, he had a dream in which he saw a stairway resting on the earth with its top reaching to heaven, and the angels of God were ascending and descending on it. There.
Wait a second. Were the angels teabagging Earth?
No.
The angels were descending and ascending. Like it just seems like they're going up and down, teabagging the Earth.
No. They were walking up and down stairs.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, like angels have got like, why do angels need a fucking stairway to heaven?
They don't. This is a dream. Also, none of this ever happened.
Well, no, I get nothing. No, it's a lot like criticizing Harry Potter or Spider-Man or whatnot. When I criticize it, it's like, why do they fucking need, stairs? I know that they didn't really. It's like I know there's not really a teenager in Manhattan that can crawl on walls and fights bad guys. I mean, I know that, but I can still criticize the logic of the story.
Well, right. It's also a dream, and crazy, weird, fucked up shit happens in dreams.
Well, yeah, but at that time, wouldn't he know? Well, I guess not, because there haven't been any like angels with wings. They've always been like messengers
People.
of God
Mhm.
that have walked on the earth. So I guess the fantastical angels don't come until later. Like, I wonder how long it takes to grow wings. It's like, yeah, we're down here wandering on the earth. It takes a while for our wings to get in. We tried Amazon Prime, but it's still like 6 months out.
I bet you I could get angel wings from Amazon Prime tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow because it's already late in the day, but like the next day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So there above it stood the Lord, and he said, I am the Lord, the God of your father Abraham and the God of Isaac. I will give you and your descendants the land on which you are lying. Your descendants will be like the dust of the earth, and you will spread out to the west and to the east, to the north and to the south. All peoples on the earth will be blessed through you and your offspring. I am with you and will watch over you wherever you go, and I will bring you back to this land. I will not leave you until I have done what I have promised you. So here's my question. God would have seen the deception that Jacob and Rebekah pulled on Isaac and Esau. Wouldn't you think God would be mad? But God's like, no, it's okay, Jacob. You're a lying son of a bitch, but it's cool. You're my homie, bro, because Isaac blessed you. Fist bump. I don't understand this.
Well, I mean, I don't either. It seems more or less like God's like, okay, look, yo, Jacob.
What's up, God?
Look, I know you deceived the fuck out of me, but I gotta hand it to you. I did not think of that particular loophole. I mean, who would have thought goat skin on you to fool Isaac? I mean, that's solid.
I know,
bro.
Fist bump, bitch. My mom is a master manipulator. That's a good thing you did with women, making them evil and manipulative and crazy and shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's all part of my plan. Yeah. I'm smooth like that. But anyways, so fuck your brother. And how he's supposed to have like everything.
Well, I mean, he's a ginger, so
yeah. I mean, fuck gingers, anyways, right? He's definitely going to the hell.
But God, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you make him that way?
I did. I needed a test case for hell.
Seems like a dick move. Well, I mean, what did Esau do? Did he do something in a past life?
Well, I mean, we're Jewish. We don't believe in past lives or anything like that.
Wait, you're a Jew?
We're all Jews. What are you talking about? If you're not, if it ain't Jew, it ain't right. Okay, that's the motto of heaven.
That's the motto. The motto of heaven, folks. You heard it right here on Godless Engineer. If it ain't Jew, it ain't right.
Well, yeah. At this point in time, if it ain't Jew, it ain't right.
I mean, Hitler didn't live by that, but whatever. And he's Catholic, so we all know he went to heaven.
Yep. But anyway, so I'm going to give you a blessing. Okay, Jacob, you're going to get blessed still again the third time, but this time by me. And you're going to get all this land that you're currently sleeping on. Honestly, I didn't want you to have to walk all the way over there. I think right here is fine. So yeah, you're blessed, and I'll be with you always. And yeah, go fuck bitches.
And make babies.
Or make babies too. Either one. You could use those goat intestines as a condom if you wanted on some of them. Some are a little shady.
Well, the whole point is to make a community of people that will serve him.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you can't be fucking a bitch and be like, "Oh man, I'm gonna have a kid now." Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta fuck with goat intestine. Y'all should have seen her face. Okay, yeah, I've taken up enough time.
This is not one of our better episodes. So Jacob awoke from his dream, and he thought, surely the Lord is in this place, and I was not aware of it. Isn't God everywhere? Like, isn't that kind of his thing? Okay. So for some reason, all of a sudden, Jacob was afraid. And then he says, how awesome is this place? I don't understand the Bible.
I'd like to rewrite that. All of a sudden, Jacob shit himself in fear. But then he was like, oh, awesome, because I own this place. I can shit myself all I want to. No. Okay.
I mean, just because you own a place doesn't mean you shit yourself.
To Jacob, it does.
So this is none other than the house of God. This is the gate of heaven. So Jacob...
So wait, he shit himself in front of the gate of heaven?
No, he didn't shit himself at all. That's you. That's your made up thing.
This never happened at all, if I can quote you.
No, this didn't happen at all. But the shitting himself is not here.
You don't know that.
I do. I'm reading it.
You don't know if he shat himself or not.
No, I don't know if he shat himself. But it's not in the story.
It's fun to make things up. I mean, that's a direct quote from the people that wrote this shit. Don't check that. Abe Lincoln told me.
So anyway, Jacob was in awe, and it's God's house in the stairway to heaven. So early the next morning, he took the stone that he'd placed under his head to sleep and set it up as a pillar. How big was this stone that he put under his head that he could set up a pillar? Does pillar have a different meaning that I don't know about?
I just imagine a huge ass stone and one lonely guy sitting on the end of it, and he's gonna be the motherfucker that like lays his head on the very edge of it, but he needs the entire pillow.
But it's not even. It's like a pillar is like a big fucking column, right?
Yes.
So how do you set up a pillar from a stone you put your head on?
Magic.
Oh, okay. So anyway, he poured oil on top of it and called the place Bethel, which means house of God. If anybody doesn't know that, Bethel means house of God. And even though that city where he wasn't named Bethel, it was named Luz. So Jacob made a vow saying, if God will be with me and will watch over me on this journey I am taking, and will give me the food to eat and the clothes to wear so that I may return safely to my father's house, then the Lord will be my God, and this stone that I have will set up as a pillar. This stone that I have set up as a pillar will be God's house. And all that you give me, I will give you a tenth.
Oh, see, a tenth, 10%.
10% tithing. And this is not the first time that we've heard this. This was also in Genesis chapter 14. That was the first mention of a 10% tithe.
2 10% tithes. If anybody comes at you with the Old Testament doesn't apply now, be like, why do you give 10% to the church every day?
Not every day.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday. Mm-hmm. Some people pay it by the month. Like in Catholicism, what they do you make payments? Well, so no, what they but what they do, and I don't know how many of you are Catholic or how many of you know this. The church that you belong to, they actually mail you your envelopes, and it's kind of like a checkbook packet of envelopes, and you have to put your name and shit on it on the outside, and how much you're putting in it, and the date, and then you put your money in that envelope, and the envelope is what you put in the basket when they pass it around at church. And actually, they don't pass it around. At least they didn't at the church I grew up in. It's just on a big fucking stick.
That's so God can recognize it that you're a good Christian.
Pink envelopes.
Mm-hmm.
At my granny's church, it was yellow envelopes. She was Baptist, and they did pass around the basket in Baptist churches, but in Catholic churches, they didn't trust nobody. So pink envelopes, no basket passing.
It's really weird. It's like, give me money.
Yeah, they shove
it in your face.
A fucking basket in your face.
Give me money.
But like, you have to, like, in order to belong to a church, definitely in Catholicism, but in order to belong to the church, you have to tell them how much you make, and you have to pay them. Like, you have to, or else you're not a member of the church.
I don't know. You're being serious. Like, how much you make? $20 a year. That's how much I make. Quit calling me a liar there, preacher.
And I don't know, like, so to get the benefits of being a member of the church, I don't know what the fuck a benefit of being a member of a church is. Like, do you
direct path to God? Direct.
Well, that's only Catholics. Only Catholics have a direct path to God, because the first pope was a disciple.
Well, yeah, I know, but you know, with the other ones, I mean, you're guaranteed like to have your prayers answered.
No, Protestants are going to hell. Yes, Jews, Protestants, Muzzies, all of them.
Muzzies. Anyway, what do we have left? That's
it. We're done.
Okay, so we're ending on tithing today. Don't forget to pay your 10% to the Godless Engineer. We take cash, check, or charge,
or Patreon. You can pay
or Patreon. You can go to Patreon and do shit that way if you want. Or there's PayPal. You can just give me money. I don't know. Fuck.
10% tithing.
Yeah. I need to know what everybody's making. So please leave it in the comments, and then I will send you your bill appropriately.
We can link a form.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining us today.
You want to know what we're going to talk about next time?
Oh, yeah. We need to do that.
So next time, Jacob makes it to Haran, and he gets married and has kids. Right, and a lot of what we talk about is that next time. I think he marries Rachel. Does Jacob marry Rachel? Let's see.
To be honest, he probably marries a lot of bitches.
Yeah, I think. Well, so I know. Okay, so we'll talk about it last time. But Jacob wanted Rachel. Anyway, so Jacob and Laban, the uncle, they argue kind of back and forth about which daughter Jacob's going to take. So we talk about that.
No, I like this one. I use her at night.
So they kind of argue about that. Jacob has some kids. Laban and Jacob outsmart each other. So I don't know how two people outsmart each other, but we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about bargaining and severance pay.
Okay.
And more deceitfulness on behalf of Jacob and deceitfulness on behalf of Laban. So these people are real godly people. I just want to say that if today's Christians are supposed to model themselves after people in the Bible, these are the people that they model themselves after, not Jesus, just saying. So anyway, that's what we're going to talk about next time.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome. Well, I appreciate everybody joining us today. Thank you, KC, for leading the way through the Bible here.
Of course.
Now, we all know you're a woman, so you're deceiving us. I got to keep you in check.
Oh, okay.
If there's anything that I've learned from the Bible, it is that.
Deceitful ass women.
Mm-hmm. So, if you will leave a like on this, if you liked it, comment. We would love to know what you think about this particular section of the Bible. And I guess we will see you guys later.
Don't forget to stand up and use your voice.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.